All right. Welcome everyone to a third part series on how to create Windows 10 virtual machine one-on-one with me, Sal. I'm the owner of a company called In Production by Inc2. And just to recap, yesterday we created part one. We created the virtual machine, Windows 10 virtual machine, and a Windows 11 virtual machine nested within um, nested using VMware Workstation Pro 17. So I showed you guys how to download that on our on-prem. So we had our laptop. We had, obviously, I showed you some server based hypervisors. Those hypervisors are VMs with a network card, some CPU, RAM, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and some NIC cards. So within my laptop, I installed Workstation Pro. So within my laptop, I installed Workstation Pro and then created a virtual machine. And within that virtual machine, a Windows 10 virtual machine, I showed you guys how to download the Windows Pro version 17 through um, Broadcom's website. So if you haven't done so already, please log in, follow along if you can. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to like and subscribe. Send me a message. I am also going to create a WhatsApp group, and at the end of the session, I'll share that WhatsApp group. Once I'm done, if you feel like you want to join and you have any questions, again, I'll be administrating that, and we'll be adding as many people as I fit. So at the end of the video, if you liked it, if you want to learn more, give me a add me to this WhatsApp group, and we will talk there. So let's move on to today's topic, and today's topic is Oracle VirtualBox Manager. So Oracle VirtualBox Manager is another SaaS application on-prem. Sorry, an application that you can use um, to download and install virtual machines. All right, give me one sec. So it is sort of like a cross-platform between um, virtualization software. So it allows us as a user um, to extend a laptop. Let's say, for example, a laptop. And I'm just going to grab a laptop here. See if I can find one. Actually, just going to bring it through my diagrams. Okay, so I'm going to copy this laptop here. Just going to paste this here. Laptop. And cloud. Cloud. Oh. Okay. And within my laptop, again, your laptop should be a Windows 10 or 11 laptop uh, with CPU, RAM, and SSD hard disk. And a network connection with internet. So Oracle again is just a cross-platform virtualization software. So what we're gonna do is I've created on my on-premises, I've created a hypervisor or virtual machine. And that virtual machine is going to have, well, this is a Windows 10 machine, 10 OS. And this actually is going to have on top of the Windows 10 OS, I'm going to install, this is where I'm going to install the Oracle software. VirtualBox software and create machines within it. So and again, this is going to have a network card. And this also has a network card. And then again, I also have my other machines here. Just gonna choose the color here. These are my other machines that I've already have that are part of my infrastructure on premises. So this is my on premises environment. And this here is going to be, this here is my domain controller. Again, not really important in this instance, but just going to recap quickly what we have so far before I go ahead. Domain control, and this has again Windows 2019, or I can have 2022 OS. Right. Again. Okay. And copy this, and I'm going to put this here. And then this is my Microsoft Endpoint Manager primary site server. And this will have my, this will be my, we'll have, this has its management point roles. The mandatory roles, obviously. It's got a distribution point. It's got a database. It's got a SUP. And it's got, I'll show you guys what roles it has here, but it's got about 8 by default. It's got eight of them. So I'm just going to swap over to my machine over here and open up my let me see, MPS server. There you go. Sorry about that, guys. So this is my MPS server. Okay. So it's in the console. You guys see my machine? Okay. So my sites and system server roles. Here it is. So I have my distribution point, my management point, my reporting services point, my service connection point, and my site database server. These are all by default, and again, I can always add more if I want. Right now, I have a total of 9. I can add as many site roles as I want. But again, this is just the primary stuff that just wanted to show you guys what I had. So I'm going to move out of that and go back to my client machine and go back to my drawing. So again, I have my DP, my database, my sub roles, my RSPs, et cetera, et cetera. And then within my AD, I have ADDS installed. And that offers, this offers AAA. And I also have a DNS, right? And I also have my NIC cards. Those are my NIC cards, and these are my right. Those are my local hard disks. My local hard disks. My physical disks, let's call them, and my physical NICs. So one is my physical disk, or PHY disk, or physical disk, right? And then I also have my physical NIC cards, right? Physical NICs, I call them. So imagine these being hypervisors. This physical NIC tracks like your physical internet, and within these machines, you create VMs and or VApps within them. And again, these within these, then we also have our V VNICs or whatever VNIC, and then that VNIC provides either NAT or custom or bridge network for you to work. So in this instance, my physical NIC is or IP, my physical NIC, right? Connects to the internet via gateway, uh, and that provides internet for me to use. So um, to quickly recap, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to, again, install Oracle software, and within Oracle software, Oracle VirtualBox Software Manager. I'll be creating one VM, and that one VM is going to have Windows 11 in it. And I'll show you guys how to do that from scratch. Yeah, so let's get to it. Sorry about that. Or again, in this case, I am creating when I'm creating NIC cards. Again, these are sort of like hypervisors. So imagine you're in an on-premise environment and you have a data rack, and within this data rack, you have multiple servers, and within these servers, you have multiple machines, and these multiple machines are connected uh, to a SAN network or connected to each other, so that they work with each other in a VLAN or switch or whatever on your on-premises environment. So with that being said, again, I'm going to create with um, on my laptop. I obviously have workstation station Pro. So imagine you creating this physically on your laptop. So you can also just download. Um, you can also download um, Oracle VirtualBox on your physical laptop and host the machines. Or in my case, what I'm doing within my laptop, I'm using Workstation Pro as my on-premises environment, and that'll act as this will act as my on-premises environment, and I'll be using this machine here uh, to install on the Windows 10 box to install Oracle, and within Oracle install a VM. So I'm gonna get to it. I'll leave that with that. It's pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, please feel free to add me. I'm thinking about adding a WhatsApp group. Let me know your thoughts. I'll start it. I'll add it into the chat if you're interested, or if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. So, here's the architecture so far. So again, you guys will probably have a laptop, or if you're following along, you're doing the same thing. You have your own premises environment. In this instance, I'm using a box, my own box, and I'm nesting a Windows 10 machine, and then within that Windows 10 machine, I'm installing Oracle VirtualBox software, separating the workload and any compliance issues that you would have if you had a um, company laptop. But in this case, for compliance issues, we want to make sure you're not using your company laptop. You're using your old laptop or desktop if you have one, um, uh, which would be a little bit better. If there's any issues, again, there are other ways that we can count, but it's always good to follow along and try it yourself. It doesn't hurt, you know. So yeah, let's get to it. All right. Architecture that we discussed. So we're going to be installing the latest Oracle box. So let's get to it. So again, remember, guys, I'm on my laptop. Um, with I'm on my laptop. Okay, within my laptop, I'm using Workstation Pro, and I've connected to my on-premises environment network. And again, these machines will act as my on-premises environment. Um, so that I can show you how to install Oracle VirtualBox on your on a VM, and also what you or also on your physical laptops. Okay, so this is what we're going to be doing here. Again, you can follow along with me and do the same thing that I'm doing, but again, it's up to you. So if you are following along, you know, this is where I am right now, and this is where you're going to be right now. If you want to follow along and you have Workstation Pro and you tested it and you have built your own machines and you're comfortable, again, please feel free to build a machine on OS, Windows 10 or 11. In my case, it's Windows 10, and build a Windows 11, an Oracle, install the operating system, Oracle, and I'll show you guys how to do that, and create a VM. Let's get to it. Okay. All right. So let's open up the internet. Let's get to the nitty gritty. So let's look for download Oracle VirtualBox Manager. It's a free download. You download through the Oracle virtual download. It's Canada and install the base package. Download, install. All right, so let's open the file. And let's install the VirtualBox. So within, it allows us users to, any user to extend existing computers. So let me write that down for you. So the VirtualBox, we're now downloading. So it's a cross-platform virtualization software. It allows us to extend computers to run multiple OSs, operating systems, like Microsoft, Mac, so Microsoft Windows, Mac OS, uh, and Oracle Solaris uh, at the same time. So in simplest definition, that is what Oracle is. So what is Oracle VM Virtual Box Manager? So this is what we're going to be installing. Okay. Okay. And we're obviously in the stage of now downloading it. So we've already downloaded it, and we're now going to go ahead and install it. Install Oracle Virtual Box Manager on Windows 10, 11 machine. Let's click next. We're going to install the features. Click next. And installing networking feature will reset your network connection and temporarily disconnect you from the network. Okay. Install. I think I think I gave um but I think Think. Think. All right, give these machines. Let's give us an extra. Give us 10. So, for example, I want 10. So I'm gonna open up the calculator app, and we know that 1 gigabyte is equal to 1024 megabytes. So I just want to give it 10 for now, just in case. And that would be 1024. So we'll do 10240 and then hit OK. These are hot swappable, so you should be able to do it. I usually don't recommend, but you're more than welcome to. It's not going to affect anything. I won't do anything illegal. Okay, and then hit OK. And hit OK. Just give it 1 second. Loading. Just okay. It's recommended to close down the machine, and then reconfigure. Sort of what you're doing on a physical laptop. You should power down the machine and then. All right. So I want to start the Oracle box installation after installation. So I'm not going to do that. Just going to hit enter and then move this box here. Put that on the top and then open the box on the machine. And welcome. So let's go to the Oracle. Oh, this is version 7.0. Release 162988. Okay, so we're going to start a new virtual machine. This is a little straightforward. It's pretty straightforward, this version, and we're going to give it a name. In this instance, we can give it any name you want. It doesn't matter what name we give it. You can call it whatever you want, but just remember to keep it uniform. What you can do is put your country or company name. So you can do your company name, VM, dash 001. You can do your first name, and this first name, last name, uh, you know, VM name, and then 01. Or you can just call it the country that you're in. So, for example, If you're in British Columbia, you're in Ontario, you're in Canada, you're in London, you're in India, you're in Europe, uh, right? So in Europe, VM and then 001. So we can give it whatever name we want it. The nomenclature is yours. It doesn't really matter what you call it. We can even call it Windows 10 machine or Windows 11 machine. So in this instance, we'll call it a Windows 11 VM, Win 11 VM, right? 0001. So that's what we're going to call it. We'll give it the name here. So this machine is going to be called Win 11 VM 001. That name, the folder path, that where do you want to install it? So we have a path, if you remember, where I showed you guys earlier. We created a path in the documents folder under my virtual machines. I'm going to create a folder here, and I'll call it Win 11 VM 001, and I'll put the dash Oracle because so that we know we created an Oracle. And then enter, and then click on that and then select the folder. So this VM is going to sit within there. We're also going to add the ISO. Do you remember back in our previous first session, we created the ISO image. So in this one, we're going to use Windows 11 23H2. And detected OS other than 64-bit. This OS cannot be installed unattended. The install needs to be started manually. Okay. And we're just going to click next. So I want you guys to be aware when we're installing Windows 11, there are some Windows 11 prerequisites. Just want to make sure that you guys are aware of that and how to follow those prerequisites. Let's put this over here. This here, this side by side. Okay. So the minimum requirements that for installing Windows 11 on a PC, if your device does not meet these requirements, you're not able to install Windows 11 on your device if and might want to purchase a new PC. If you are unsure whether or not your PC meets these requirements, your device is already running a Windows, that you can use the PC health app check to run that first. But again, if your device is running Windows 10, version 2004 or later to upgrade, there are free updates through 3 upgrades through the Windows update in the settings, update and security. All right. So minimum processor speed is minimum is 1 with 2 or more cores on a 64-bit processor or system on a chip, SoC, minimum of 4 gigs RAM and a minimum of 64-bit gigabytes or larger storage. You also want to make sure that UEFI and secure boot capable. So we need to make sure how to check for that information, how it might meet those requirements. We also want to make sure that we have our trusted platform module. And like I mentioned yesterday, our trusted platform module is used to install or upgrade for BitLocker. Or upgrading machines from a Windows 10 to a Windows 11 machine. We're not really physically updating our physical machine or VM, and we're just physically installing the hardware on the software, virtualization software that we've installed. So I'm just following the prerequisites and making sure that the prerequisites are met. We have a graphics card with DirectX 12 or later. So again, we have our system information that we can run to if we need it. You know, components, you know, say we are looking for graphics card. Uh, do, 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 do. All right, audio, video, graphics. Let's see. Try to find. Do Control F. Okay, and we'll find graphics. And we'll call it Direct X. See if we can find that. If you can't find it here, there's no problem. That's not an issue whatsoever. We can always go to DXDiag. That DXDiag will give us the information that we need in order to run the application itself. So based on our prerequisites, um, our system summary, BIOS, our BIOS mode. We have our processor chip. We have our OS name, system name, and we have the physical memory installed. Remember earlier on we put the 10 gigs. So that's that. We have our DXDAG installed, our diagnostic tools, and those are installed. On our machines, what did we do on our machines? We gave it 2 display monitors, and we had 8 gigs for graphics memory, and our processor. There we have there we go. So we have our UEFI and our BIOS. So we need to enable secure boot. So let's do that, and I'll show you guys how to do that on the software itself. Not on this physical machine, but we need to enable it on the VM itself. So let's go back here, and we need an internet connection and a Microsoft account during the initial setup. And we also specific feature requirements. Some to run some of the apps will exceed the Windows 11 device specifications. So we need to ensure that we have all these ready to go. Once we have that done, and again, I'll copy this for you guys. I'll post this in the below in the chat in our description at the end of the show so that you guys have that. Start here. Right. Okay. So all this will be posted in the description below when the video's been uploaded. Okay, so let's minimize that. And we will give it, since we have 10, we'll give this machine 4 GB. So 4 GB, what do we say? 4 GB. Let's get the calculator. So we, every gig is 1024 megs times 4, right? 0.96, 0.96. And out of the 8 CPUs, we give it 4, we'll give it 2 CPUs, 2 virtual CPUs. And we will enable, we'll go next. This size, we will give it minimum 80. What do we say? The minimum, this space, they said, is 64 gigs or larger. The 80 is enough for now. And then we'll click next and finish. Okay, we'll make this bigger. Okay, so I've added the optical drive ISO image here, but we did forget one thing, so I'll have to check. I'll create it. Actually, what I'll do is I'll create a snapshot. Take a snapshot, blank screen, blank machine. So we'll take our first snapshot. And this is just settings. Just a bare metal machine. Machine with no OS. And again, I'll have our states ready and hit OK. Again, right click, snapshots, and then take. We can also have the properties. Start the machine, power up the machine. Okay. So let's go to settings. Stop the machine. Let's power off the machine. Okay. Power off the machine. So machine's powered off. Let's go to settings. Okay. Within the settings, we have our general information based on the version we have. So this machine here is going to be a Windows 11 64-bit. Our advanced settings, this is where our snapshot folders are. We've created the folder path, right? And downloads the snapshots in a separate folder. So you notice that's there. I also want to share a clipboard. This is more for copying and pasting. So sharing the clipboard is bidirectional, and drag and drop is also bidirectional. So I want to be able to copy in between machines, my physical machine and the VM. And that's about it for now. And then we'll go to system. So this is our system. This is where we're going to go ahead and make changes if we need to increase or decrease or remove boot order status. One prerequisite that was asked in Windows 11 is TPM chip. So we will add the TPM 2.0 chip, and we will add secure boot. Once we've added those two, we hit OK. And we'll take a snapshot too. And snapshot is bare metal machine with TPM 2.0 chip and UEFI enabled, secure boot enabled. Boot. So let's go back to the prerequisites again. UEFI secure boot capable. So we need to make sure that in our TPM chip. So we need to make sure that this is enabled in order for the requirement to take place. Again, settings, system, enables secure boot in EFI, and TPM 2.0. We'll leave the internet to NAT or NAT network, which is sort of like in separate VMnet. So within Workstation Pro, we have a VMnet 8, which automatically assigns internet. So you'll notice that the NAT network uses VM8 and VM1 for no particular reason. Again, you can change these however you like, but for no particular reason, I use 10 for this instance. These can be changed at any time. Yeah, I'm using NAT. Don't need anything. In this case, we just need one adapter. Just give it NAT network for now. We don't have any serial ports. We don't have any USBs. We can add a shared folder. So this is how we're going to add a shared folder. In this case, I'm going to add my downloads folder. And I will auto mount, right? And give a full access. User interface. We can change the user interface as like such. But for this instance, we're just going to leave this alone. And hit OK. Let's go ahead and turn on the machine. Start. Start the machine. So this is where it gets tricky. We have to remember we're gonna have to double click within that box and then wait for that setup. So this is just by clicking the mouse inside the virtual machine or press the host key. This will cause the virtual machine to capture the host mouse pointer. So once we have that mouse pointer, we should be able to at any time, or we can press the host key again, which is right control to remove it. Yep. Capture and then capture that and then click on the box. So this is now going to load the machine. Should initiate the setup for Windows 11. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Insert guest edition CD. So we will change the outlook of it. We just need to um, insert the guest edition ID, sort of like the tools, the VMware tools that we had in our VM machines. VMware tools. So this is sort of where we can, or else you're going to get the jiggly mouse and you're going to get the lagging and stuff experience. So for time and currency, we're going to go to English Canada. A little more up, and English Canada, and then click next. We're going to start now. And this is where I can kind of resize the guests. Let's go full screen mode. And use the define and write control or press host plus home and switch. So the media driver in the computer is missing. We need to add. Okay, so let's put that back. Let's put that in there. All right. Go back to our settings. Browse. See if we can get the. Oh. Mm, mm. Oh, okay. Made a mistake there. So shut off the machine. Shut off the machine. Yes. Okay. Let's close that. Yes. Okay. So the virtual machine failed to boot. This because missing operating system and Windows configure boot. Oh, okay. So let's cancel that. Um, okay. All right. So let's do that. Let's do that. Manager. And we will go to hard disk. And then let's continue to let's go by that. Okay. Okay. Continue. Continue. Wait, guys, give me 1 second. Again, in the world of video recording and live demos, one-on-one demos and group demos, there are instances where professionals do make mistakes. It's no problem. We'll just log back in. No problem whatsoever. For the machine to log back in again. Typically, the um, exit full screen mode would be host key and F simultaneously to enter full screen mode, and then a host key and F just located in the lower right corner of the machine. Uh, weren't able to, should be able to remote in. Now let's see, can remote into my client machine. Okay, so let's log in. Yeah, and I hit OK. Okay, so I should be able to sign, no problem. Wonder if see if I can those the see. With this, I'm able to get the smart sizing, which is good. It's a little smaller, but just make this a little bit bigger. Um, yeah, move this mode and then just open up the Oracle box again. So again, to exit host full screen, I'll add this in the notes. Screen, short keys. We'll keep the key displayed. So that's how you do that. Host key and F simultaneous to enter, and then host key and F simultaneous to exit the full screen mode. Okay, so let's go ahead and where the logs are. If you guys want to read the logs of the machines, any of the logs, you can read the logs here. In the log viewer. So this also has the log viewer. I'll have the timestamps, file version, all the information that you're looking for located in the um, log viewer. All right, so let's go ahead and power up machines. With the right control key on the keyboard and F or home key. Okay, we captured that. There we go. Okay, so all right, so this is the let's make this a little bit smaller here. So there you go. There's the full screen mode button there. So let's go back to the machines itself. Let's exit this machine and go to the settings of the machine and see if we can load the machine uh, version. So think, if I'm not mistaken, I need to shut this off. So I have to shut this off first. So let's shut off the machine first. Power off the machine settings. Uh, ACP shut down. Or can hit the power off button here. Power off the machine. So file, send the machine state. No, we're not. We're just going to power off the machine and then hit OK. Okay, so let's go back to the properties. Machine power off. Power off. All right, let's go to settings. Settings. System. We're going to remove that and we're going to move optical hard disk. network, and then hit OK. So as you could see, the virtual machine is currently assigned less than 18 megabytes of video memory, which is the minimum required to switch to full screen or seamless mode. So we should be able to display. So if we go to the display, we should have at least 18 minus recording, and we will be using the acceleration, and then our graphics is VGSA. Okay, so we'll also be using 2 monitors just in case. And hit OK to settings, see if that resolved it. So virtual machine is currently assigned less than 33. So we'll, as I think it was the two monitors. So we'll give it 33. Let's go 35. Let's go down to an extra 2 and hit OK. And go to system, storage, and this will be our, what do we save? The mount.cd DVD. Then hit OK. And then start the machine. Mount. Yeah, my system must go to figure order. Oh. Okay. Cool. And so we are going to go by that. What else going on here? Okay. 1 sec. Okay. Let's create. Okay, and click OK. No mobile device. What the heck is going on? Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second, okay? Enabled. 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 Or off. No, what the operating system is okay. Okay. System's okay. Processor. Let's give it more. Um, so we will. Virtual machines configured 3D accelerometer VBox VGA. VBox VGA. Save a lot. Storage. System. Optical. See, enabled. File securely enabled. Virtual machine. Configure graphics controller. Switching VBox VGA. So box VGA. Right, okay. Settings. Phase. Ah, I have disk. There we go. Go with that. Okay. It's good. Oh, yeah. System, processor, acceleration, third, display, storage, uh, solid state. Actually, live CD. Okay, there we go. So let's put that. Okay, that's good enough. All right. Oh, sorry about that. Start. Let's do left click. Not sure why. Um, uh, ISO is Unedited. Okay. Okay. All right. Click on that, capture, and then I should be able to now boot. Let's continue it. Continue. Continue. Oh, there we go. Should work now. So this is, I'm gonna go ahead and install the Windows 11 machine. And there we go. I'm gonna pick English Canada. Down to C, up, up, Canada. Hit next. Install now. So, okay, so let's make this a little bigger now. Okay, so we don't have the product key. We're gonna be using Pro. Accept the license, software license terms. Check the accept button. Click next. Custom. Next. We're not allocating some space. Next. And we'll wait while we finish that on Yes, I'm back. %71. And once that's done, um, right, 77%, just a little bit, almost done. See if I can mount that. Uh, oh, oops. I think I. Okay, so let's power it off. Put. Okay, so let's go ahead. Settings, system, display. Okay, okay. Change that to that. LCD, hit OK. Okay, so well, I'm going to shut it down. Let's go back and move from Boot Manager, boot from the shell, but we'll move from the CD DVD. There you go. Left click inside a black part, and as soon as you see the from any CD DVD, then hit enter. Next. Install. Key anyways. Oh. Next. Thing I like about live sessions, especially one-on-ones, you can do, you can fix any issues that you run into. It's the best part about recording these sessions. Just gonna format everything here. Delete it. All right. Delete. Delete. New. Cancel, sorry. Next. All right, let's try again. I'm not gonna touch the optical drives. I think by accident I mounted the guest editions. Drag and drop the board. Okay, share goals. It's good. Share folders. And we have our downloads folder. Let's see if we can put our. We can add any other folder you want. Once it's recognized within the VM. So we can add the say applications folder. We can make it permanent and auto mounted and then hit OK. And hit OK. It's a little bit bigger. Oh, it's too big. Gotta make this 125. That's also too big. Let's make this back on 100. All right, we'll leave it like that for now. Make the screen bigger. Uh, let's do this. All right. That's been off. Screen. That's good enough for now. There we go. Okay, so let's wait till this finishes. Sure. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's go back. So once we have Windows 11 installed, we'll mount the guest editions iOS, install the drivers. All right, 83%. The machine will start. And that's how you install a Windows 11 OS using um, Oracle VirtualBox Manager. Get me ready.